What's going on, everybody? You're watching GTSam. I'm Sam, and this is day 3 of my Jaguar F-Type build. And as you can see, we are in my parts corner. So we have to go ahead and organize and sort through all these parts to figure out what we need and what we don't need. And as you know, we're already missing 2 very crucial parts that I wasn't expecting. So we have to make sure everything is here in time and just make sure I don't miss anything, because that'd be terrible. And also we need to figure out what we can repair along the way here to save a little bit extra money. So let's go ahead, jump right into this pile here, see what we got. And as you can see, it looks like a lot, kind of is, kind of isn't, but everything seems to be in order. We got the box full up here with most of the parts we're ever really going to need for this. So the side marker and the mirrors, got everything. Air box, all right, so we're kind of making our way there. And the A post, let's see, yep. And fender liner. Okay, why is that a big screw in there? All right. So yeah, we have it here. Even have we have the door handle, but we don't have the actual window. Thank you, appreciate it. So this is gonna take a little time. So let's gonna start digging in here. Okay, and we're lined up here. Kind of go back of the car to the front. You can see this is what we have right now, and yep, this is what we have. And I can take a lot of the stuff away and then show you what we don't have. So let me do that real quick. And all gone. Yeah. So the big pieces are really out of the way here. So pan over here. Yep, that's our pile. Okay, let's go and review this. Some of this stuff, yeah, understood. It's gone like this. I can't bend that back. That's not happening. This light is demolished, so that's unfortunate. Cool pieces. I wonder if I could like use this for something else. I don't know. And of course, we have like the hood, proper thingy-mabob. You know, that pushes the hood up, so we gotta replace that. It's all kinds of mangled. We have this up here, the fan guard. Got a big hole, the grill, and the chrome, yeah, shot, of course the bumper. But some of this stuff, I'm just like, how did it get damaged though? I don't really understand, because we have the air fender over here. There's a honk and a bolt there too. I was like, how did that happen? Like, it would have, you know, it's a bendable plastic, but it kind of bends, right? It makes me kind of suspicious, but then also this too. This was kind of underneath, and so, just another thing, I don't really understand how this got like this and replaced. But then there's also things that have R's on them that I don't think really need to get replaced, like this. It's, well, pretty darn good. It really didn't have any impact whatsoever in the accident because I was there. And so that's the only part right there. It's a clip. But how'd that clip get like that? I don't know. I think it could have been when they were pulling it out. But that's just me. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think that you seeing this in your experience previously as well, that in the companies, insurance companies, and salvage places, repair shops are charging too much and they're going too deep into things to repair items? Let me know in comments down below what you think, because I think they are just a little bit. Now, let me give you another example. I'm gonna place this foam. I guess that's fine, it's cheap enough, but there's really not damage. I mean, there's a little hole here. Wear and tear, and right here. That's about it. I mean, it's a piece of foam, so it's really not. I don't think it's that bad. It's a piece of foam, okay? It's not broken. It's cracked, but that's about it. It's gonna hold up. Now we just got to go piece it all together. You know, it really ain't that bad. Got some nice shade from the sun. Can do some workouts. Yeah, not bad. Look pretty good. And also, we use it as a shield for a lot of various things. You got PPF on it, don't worry about nothing. Or use it as a Ninja Turtle shell. Or actually, I could just fly with this. You just strap it on your back and go cruising, man. But not for now. Or what we might be able to do, Jag sledding number 2. But that's for in the winter time. We got PPF on it. We could do anything with this. Okay, so
what my plan really here is keep this here hood on top of the car. It's not doing anything. If it gets damaged, oh well, BPF. And it's protecting the rest of the car. So I don't have anything much to worry about. I think it's just good to get the plastic off, get it out of the way. We use it here and there, but I don't really need it for anything else here. So let's go ahead and take this off, put the hood on, and I want to see what we got. Here we go. Yeah. Wow, this stuff's hard to get off the windshield. I think it's time to look for some hidden damage at this point. No damage here, just some beautiful shine from this supercharger. Yes. Might have to increase the pulley size on this, but we'll see how good we do. But anyways, still beautiful. I'm not seeing really anything else going on here. So let's go ahead and just pop that hood right back on. Just please remind me not to drive with the, the hood barely on. Yeah, perfect. Well, I'll be. The hood on here makes it look like it's already almost done, but obviously not. We have much to do. Well, I know this video was a little bit more about just finding out the parts and what we need to do for it and having a little exercise, but we have a good heading of where we have to go and what we have to do next. So the next part is we just got to go find all the parts and start getting it on here. Little by little, we're going to start working with it. So I think we're going to start from just the bottom, like the bumper area, putting the foam and the brackets back on here, and giving it a little bit of a test drive. Again, just to make sure it's still overheating and leaking anything, just to be 100% sure. And then we'll work our way up and back, and then we'll be good to go. So the next part is just sourcing out all the parts here. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead, make sure you give it a thumbs up right there, and make sure you leave some comments down below in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Do you know where to get some good parts for a Jaguar quite like this? And have you built something like this before, and you have any tips and tricks on how to do this? Let me know. Love to talk about it and hear your thoughts about it. Now, also, make sure you subscribe for more content coming your way on this beautiful machine, and eventually some other ones coming along the way too. But you don't want to miss anything that's going to be coming up here soon, because we got some really great stuff coming up for you. But guys, as soon as these swept bees get on my face and off my leg, that would be great. And I wanted to say thank you again so much for watching. This is GTSam, and I'm going to catch you next time.